is an absolutely cold, chilly, freezing day in New York City right now. I am just getting into my car at my humble little apartment in Queens, and I'm traveling all the way down to Philadelphia, to the Pennsylvania Convention Center for PAX Unplugged 2024. Probably one of the biggest tabletop RPG conventions, furthest I've traveled for myself for a con. I got one day. It is already, I'm a little behind, it's 9:30 now. I wanted to be out by 9. I got a long trek, and I only have the full day. Last night, I was on Bitten Apple TV, shout out to Ralph Tavares and his team over there, till about 12:30 in the morning, and then I had to wake up early, get my kid to school, get out, and now I'm getting in the car, going to head straight there, immediately get out the car, start filming, start covering everything. Going to get a little more on Saturday as well, and then I'm back on the road because I got Kaiju Big Battle on Sunday with grand finale. So a lot going on. It's going to be a whirlwind tour. Thank God I've got coffee that is already refrigerating in the cold here. And yeah, we'll see how this day goes. Made a quick pit stop. I don't know what the name of the place is. Had to get some gas, put some air in the tires because I was gonna be some trouble. And get some food, snack. I got about an hour left on this ride before I'm there. Making good time, but that was gonna be a lot worse. Google Maps was initially saying like 4 hours I was gonna take to get out there. It's only taken me 2.5 maybe. Yeah, this is just a wild whirlwind weekend. So I'm excited to get back on the road and let's roll out. All right, made it. I'm here. About 3 hours of driving overall. That includes finding parking. I am now going to get my ticket. I've got my online little thing here, my QR code to scan. I just got to get down to where they do the tickets so we can go inside, so we can walk in, so we can get warm and partake in all the goodness. But I am here. It is just after 1 p.m. Got a full docket ahead of me. I feel all right. There is a lot happening right now. So much. That's just a line. Yeah, I'm trying to get a handle on everything in general right now. Literally just walked in. I'm a little lost. I feel like I came in the wrong entrance. I want to get to the main entrance, so we're gonna go ahead and head over there, and I'll maybe even cut an intro. We'll see what order which I do all of this. Yeah, I don't even know where I am right now in the scheme of things. This is pretty intense. So here we are, PAX Unplugged. It is 1:30. It took a while to get here, but I have landed. I am here. The car is parked. I came straight inside, and now I've got a world of role-playing and board games at my disposal. Already, people seem to be settling into day one right now. The environment has been great. I've seen rows and rows of tables lined up just to try new games, play TTRPGs. This is a world I live for, but like as usual, it's like there's a lot to do. It's a lot to take in. So I'm gonna try to just jump in, see what I can check out, see what's here, and hope for the best. Let's do it. This one's been around for a minute, right? Yeah, I was gonna say.
This came out in 95.
I was gonna say I was I was in the Warhammer during the jump for when the Dark Eldar started. And it was around the same time I know there was a lot of this Warzone happening too. All right, I'm here at the Noble Dwarf booth with
Mark Reed.
All right, Mark, now tell me about what you guys are doing. I see a lot of what looks like 3D printed stuff here, some ornaments, this massive Tiamat dragon. What do you guys do?
So we're a full-service print shop, do custom printing, but we're also producing our own world. So we have a 5th edition world coming out, and these are all characters in our world. And then we also make our services available if you're producing your own game or if you have your own maps or characters at home. We do custom printing as well, big canvases, things like that.
Awesome.
And then we specialize in big things.
I love it. Now, I mentioned the Tiamat thing. I see the giant dragon head at top here. You have a lot of these busts. For some of these bigger pieces, how long does that take to get made?
Oh, well, Tiamat's 13 pieces, so it's close to a week and a half of solid printing to get that one done. Yeah, most of these just take about 20 hours in a print.
Okay, resin?
Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, everything we do here is resin. We don't do any FDM.
That's great. That's great. Do you have a favorite piece of everything you've got here right now? Trying to pick your favorite baby?
So Mr. Dandy was my very first piece NPC that I made. He's based off of Gene Wilder's Wonka.
I already see it.
You imagine the boat ride with him. That's my favorite piece.
That's great. Where, if people aren't here and want to learn more about it, where can people find you guys?
NobleDwarf.com.
NobleDwarf.com. Check it out. God, you're like the first place I visited. I'm already trying not to spend too much money, so I will probably come back. But I gotta do a lap first. But this is wild. I've been eyeing this moose knuckle looking,
Purple worm's pretty adult there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got a very Joe Camel vibe, but I also really like it. I'm kind of digging it. So may have to use that in my own games anyway. One of the first things I'm noticing, there is still more room to move around than ever is at New York Comic Con. The fact that I have breathing space is wild right now. If there's one constant in the world, it's that people love the shit out of owlbears. Everyone has an owlbear thing. I get it, but everyone has it. All right, I'm here at the Loot Studios booth. I've got Malediction is on display. Can you tell me who you are and what you do with this company?
Hi, my name is Silvio. I'm the head of marketing at Loot Studios, and I'm dedicated to the Malediction game and experience that we're bringing to the convention.
Wonderful. So tell me a little bit, what is Malediction? What is the premise of the game?
Okay, Malediction is a miniatures card game. So you have the miniatures card games combined together in a skirmish game that you play on tabletop. Once you have the game, you can set the strategy using your cards. You put the miniatures on the table, and within the scenarios and the area and space that you're playing with, you interact with the cards, miniatures, and you do a quick battle of 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe longer if you want bigger armies, but you can stay on this 30 minutes of gameplay. We hired Trace Hickman to create the lore. and we start developing over the lore he created. So now we do have 4 different factions of creatures or tribes, if may say, that dwells and battles into the world of Malediction. So this is the setup. It's a little bit gritty, dark, themed fantasy world. So the world is shattered. You have those heroes and the creatures that we are summoned with you to play the game. So basically, that's the quick lore of what we have on the table.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, look at it. There's a bit of it that's very reminiscent of like Dark Souls and that very dark, kind of like very brooding sort of aspect to it. It's all like these sculpts are unique. I'm looking at this big giant thing here. That's a setting. That's not a mini to play with. That's not a fighter, right?
Yeah, that's a scenario.
Okay, that scares the crap out of me. So I wanted to make sure about that.
Yeah. So we do have the miniatures and the scenarios actually working on the game space.
Oh wow.
So when I say to you that we're using cards and miniatures to play the game, the scenario, when you set up the table to play the game, each scenario has its own ability as well.
Oh, so it's interactive.
You interact with them.
Oh,
so
wow.
you don't just put the miniatures on the table and stay there just shooting until their enemy comes to you. You have to walk around. You have to do things to enhance the capacity of your.
So this big guy here could still attack me if I'm lucky, right?
Let me show you the card. This is the terrain.
The noxious flesh guard. Ugh, the word flesh garden already bothers me, but perfect.
So once you activate it, this is what happens. You suffer damage if you stay on the
non-flying
train.
units entering and starting their activation suffer 3 damage. So you don't want, once the activation happens, you do not want to be around this
Exactly.
guy.
So every time you set the table, you choose where to put your scenarios.
Got it.
So this scenario belongs to the Primal Blood faction. So I want to put it here because it will avoid the enemy to show on my flank. So everything is prepared for you to set a battle area with everything you have in between the fighting and the shooting and the magic and also the terrain.
That's awesome. Where can people pick up the game and find out more about it?
Okay, so the game is on GameFound.
Okay.
We're going to start the campaign on late January, but we do have our page there so you can follow us. It's going to be a short campaign, 14 days, but the game is already done. So we're just doing the game fund because we want them to be promoted on the very special place that people...
You wanted to get out in people's hands, you want people to get access to it in some way.
Exactly.
That name makes me giggle. That name makes me giggle. Everything behind me now, this entire last quarter, last fifth of the entire, convention center is just open play. It's just card tables filled with people playing various games. Like, you gotta keep in mind, this is like the best of like a hole-in-the-wall game store times 1,000. Just the entire space. You don't realize how full this place can get. It's kind of amazing.
So what would you like to do? Punch the otter in the face or explore darkness?
Oh God, I was going to explore darkness until you described it as literally punching an otter in the face. And I don't know why, that feels like it's always been a dream of mine that I just discovered today. So we're going to go ahead and punch an otter in the face. Okay.
You found the lucky gem.
Ooh.
There's the lucky gem, then there's the luckier gem, then there's the luckiest of all gems.
Okay, wow.
So
it's all right, so I'm lucky, but I'm not lucky. So coming at you again.
Two hits.
And I get the reroll, right?
So two hits.
So I took out the range guys. I've knocked out an otter.
You're killing
the back of my hand. This is a great way to sell me on the game, is to let me kill everything in the first 2 turns. Like, that's a brilliant marketing strategy. Successful. Things are looking up.
Yeah.
Are there future plans now? Are you looking at?
So right now we have fallen behind on trying to get this get funded, and then we were behind on getting it into production. We're just now finally getting it into production this month. So we're taking late pledges on it right before we close late pledges off, so we start hitting print. Because you're looking at the entire company right here. It's great.
Wow.
It's really just been me, and then I have Lance helping me out now.
You couldn't guess by looking at it.
Yeah, so it's just me.
And then good on you for getting the Shovel Knight license.
So Barnacle Bay got us the Shovel Knight license. So we did Barnacle Bay, then we did Shovel Knight, and then we went back for
Leclerc's Revenge. So we'll probably have some other things in that area once we
Right.
get Leclerc's Revenge out.
You're not thinking too far ahead right now, because you just got to get your head above water.
Yes, get this to everyone. Nobody wants this game out more than I do. Backers have gotten restless, and I understand why. So we're doing everything can get out there.
For sure. Well, this is solid. This is great, and an absolute blast. Mostly because I destroyed everything pretty handedly, and that felt really good.
But you got to kind of get a taste of how simple it was the game to pick up and learn to play, but how quickly that could have turned out.
No, 1,000%. Like that was a lot of lucky rolls that saved our bacon for the most part. And where if you were looking to do late backing, where can we find it?
If you go to the PANDACULTgames.com, you can get it from there. You can get it from the Kickstarter page of Wander Leclerc's Revenge, and there's a late pledge button there. And you can get both games. You can get the Wanderer's Pledge, the Barnacle Bay Pledge, the Leclerc Pledge, or the Wanderer's Pledge, which is both games.
Okay.
Because you can get both of them at the bundle price. And when you have both games and like everything that exists, there's like 32 different playable characters.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I love that.
And each one is completely unique.
That's so cool. Taking a break. Seen a lot of cool things so far, but god damn, my feet are tired. I've been at this, honestly, I got here at 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. We're already at this for 3 hours. I've gone end to end at this point. You're just for a bit of a browse. Cool, a lot of cool stuff. It's cool to see Dark Matter here. You know, I'm a big fan of what the Mage Hand Press guys do. Really cool stuff. I thought the Shovel Knight game looks cool. I want to go back there and try that game out. Yeah. No, I'm having a good time. Still plenty more to check out and see. I'm having a great time. I'm just exhausted. Oh, I should have stayed up late last night. But here we are. There's no place like home. I could just be here all day. Honestly, I could just be here all day. Oh, guys, I am beat. Doors ended up closing. They basically called last call for the show floor at about like 6. And yeah. So that means I got there at 1-ish and left at like 6-ish, and I've been on my feet the entire time. So finally checked in to my Airbnb. I'm finally home. I am here for the night, where I crash shortly and then do it all again tomorrow before I drive back to Queens to be with my family. Really great first day overall. You know, I got to talk with some cool people off the bat. Didn't really do much shopping, didn't buy anything. But that's fine. I've spent enough on gas and a place to stay, and they're not paying me to do this, so this is all coming out of the pocket. So I, had a great time. I got to check out some really cool games. I think Wander is awesome. I think I love what Loot Studios is doing. I can't wait to look a little more into Malediction. That really, after playing Elden Ring for so long, I think I have a bit of an appetite for that sort of dark, brooding environment. So it's really cool, and some of the minis there look awesome. I already have an amazingly huge gray pile of shame, so I don't need to add to it. But I want to, right? So, yeah, pretty happy all in all. Good stuff. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna get some rest. I'll see you folks in the morning. Oh, God. What are you still doing here? All right, let's just get to the con.
All right, so I know you're thinking, what's with the hair? Why am I changing it up? Why am I not in gimmick? Why am I not in the style? A couple reasons. I am just fucking tired. First off, I'm absolutely exhausted. B, I've been doing my hair, you know, the hair. God, today's Saturday since Wednesday. 3, maybe 4 straight days of all that chemical and blow drying. Like, I mean, and I gotta do it again tomorrow for Kaiju, and then the following day for an interview and audition. It would have been almost a straight week of doing my hair. And I already have enough chemicals to kill a horse in this thing on a regular basis. Like, I think by 2025, I'll be bald. So like, I had to pick a day to give it a rest. Today is that day, so bear with me. So here's the thing I didn't realize, is the actual con floor doesn't open up till 10. It's about 10 minutes from now, which is, I guess, is not bad. I don't have to wait that long. But speaking of waiting, that's the line. That is absolutely wild. So I guess I better get in line. Oh boy. All right, so I just got word the expo hall is now open. We're in line 12. Line 1 is way that way. So we're gonna just kind of hold out, wait, and see how long it takes. It is 10:03 now, so probably just open. Let's time it. Let's see how long that takes. $10:08. Honestly, not bad. I expected a lot worse, but about 5 minutes after they said they opened, we are now going inside. I'll take it. Day 2 is much busier. I didn't realize how many people only had weekend passes, because now the line, everything's packed. Like, everything's a line. I got here early thinking I'd be lucky, and it's been nuts. All in a good way. All in a good way. Can't get mad at it, but holy shit. This is wild. It's packed. I mean, just take a look. Oh, no. It's, yeah. So annoyed that I'm trying to show off the crowd and people are apologize for it. No, this is nuts. So let's see what I have to get into. I'm doing less interviews today, but I'm meeting a lot more people. I feel like I'm gonna see less coverage. Low angles. Yeah, less coverage.
That's awesome.
But that's okay, because I'm talking to a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot of cool stuff, I'm meeting a lot of the people who are developing these things, and learning a lot of stuff. So I think at the very least, expect, I'm just in everyone's way. At the very least, expect more interviews coming to the channel soon. A lot of stuff in the tabletop space as we really dive into the people who are making these and how they approach their game design. I'm excited for that. I'm actually really excited for that. Like, this is, like, look, this is my shit. I don't do a lot in the TTRPG space yet, but I do want to tap more into that. So meeting a lot of cool people, and I'm very happy about it.